Chapter 13, The Rise of Jacksonian Democracy. Jackson never forgave the corrupt bargain of 1824, where he believed that the presidency was handed to John Quincy Adams by virtue of Henry Clay's actions in Congress. Jackson devoted himself for the next 4 years to finding ways to make himself even more popular. He resoundingly won the presidency in 1828, and Old Hickory in the White House was a very popular man. Though a millionaire and a plantation owner, he was a man of the people. Hundreds and thousands celebrated his inauguration in a raucous celebration on the White House steps. But all was not well with the economy. A tariff that raised tariff rates very high was hated, especially in the South. In South Carolina, a document called the South Carolina Exposition was secretly written by the Vice President John Calhoun. One thing that couldn't change was Jackson's attitude towards Indians and Indian tribes. He believed they didn't and should not be in the eastern part of the United States with other white citizens. Despite the actions of the 5 civilized tribes, the Indian Removal Act created the Trail of Tears, a forced march to land set aside in Arkansas and Oklahoma. Jackson also took on with military forces Black Hawk, an Indian and Indian tribe operating in the upper Midwest. A series of battles and fights turned into the Great Black Hawk War in 1832 in the upper Midwest in Wisconsin and Illinois. Abraham Lincoln saw action in this war. In Jackson's second term, which he resoundingly won, he took on Nicholas Biddle in the Bank of the United States, an institution he viewed as extraordinarily corrupt because it was an institution controlled by private citizens. He believed it was for the interest of the moneyed few in the elite East and not for the people. He used his deposits and spread it among many banks in the West called his pet banks. Well, his hand-chosen successor Martin Van Buren did become president, but he inherited a mess. The economy slipped into a panic in 1837, and other issues were looming on the horizon. For instance, Texas, a republic, very much wanted admission to the United States, despite the problems it posed for the new nation.